This video is an update on the progress that I have made in my Roblox level that I have been working on for the past several weeks. In this video, I will be showing the various changes and updates that I have made, starting with the prison. As you can see, the courtyard looks much more illuminated than it did in my previous video about this level. Another addition that is visible here is the beginnings of what is to eventually become what is known as a sticky area. That is, an area that will entice the player to stay a while before continuing through the level. The other additions I have made to this area were in an effort to make the prison look like more of a believable space. These include this gated-off walkway that is meant to be where the prisoners get escorted through when they first arrive to the prison, complete with overhead lights to illuminate the path and make it easier to see. In an effort to instill a sense of urgency and immersion, the last noteworthy change that I have made to the prison is the addition of a rotating red light to indicate an emergency light triggered by the breaking of the prison wall. As for the rest of the level that was featured in the previous update, a lot of things went largely unchanged aside from a few minor areas. The canyon wall right across from the prison escape hole now features some grated holes that have light peeking through. Behind this grate lies an inaccessible area that serves as a device to imply the continuity of the space so as to make the environment more believable. The underground entrance to the next part of the level I have changed to be inside of an alcove, as did I accentuate it by increasing the glow of the torch in an effort to make the player progression through the level flow nicely. I also decided to start detailing the world a little bit by adding small but impactful details around the place to visually stimulate the player. Checkpoint and encouragement signs, static police officers shining their flashlights down on the player, wall lights, and graded coverings for holes in the walls are included in these decals. The latter half of this level is completely new and has not yet been covered by an update video. The first of these new areas is this ravine that features magma balls that sporadically jump out of the lava at random intervals, as well as a sliding floor that threatens to make the player fall into the lava below. Next is this area in which the player is expected to jump from platform to platform to reach the next checkpoint without touching the lava. The next section is by far the most difficult out of this entire obstacle course as it is at this point in time. It features rock pillars that fall from underneath the player at random intervals, as well as a direct and indirect path to get to the next checkpoint, both of which having different levels of risk. The darker colored pillars indicate that they do not fall from underneath the player and are therefore safe to stand on and assess their next move from. The pattern that one must recognize to reliably make it across is not when the rock is to fall, but rather after it does fall. This is because while the pillar takes a random amount of seconds to fall, it always takes the same amount of time to rise back into position. The final section of this obstacle course is a staircase that has deadly magma pebbles falling down it. Make it up these steps and the level is complete. This marks the end of my update for this level.